guys, it's Shock here, bringing you another Elite 4 battle. This time it's Xenjoi. He's challenged me because it's apparently tradition. He challenged me first out of the Elite 4. I decided to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier format. He starts off with Alakazam. I start off with Porygon Z, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to outspeed that thing. I'm choice spec'd. Even with Timid Nature, I did most of my EV training special attacks, so that's because I still want Porygon Z to pack a punch. He's going to switch in Articuno, which automatically spells trouble for me because I'm locked into Signal Beam due to choice specs. So I'm going to have to switch out on this next turn because that does nothing to Articuno, because Articuno is just like a special wall. So I switch into my Arcanine, and it's obviously Intimidate's going to come off on that Articuno, which is pointless in the Articuno because he's going to Toxic me. So I'm like, great. Just peachy. Because Toxic, the damage just increases every turn, so eventually this Arcanine is just going to die off. So I was going to go for Flare Blitz, and he switches into Houndoom, and I'm like, oh, crap. Now Houndoom's going to spell trouble, because I've just upped, like, its Fire-type moves power incredibly. He's going to sub here, but I've got Thunderfang and Extreme Speed on this, because who wouldn't put Thunderfang and Extreme Speed on an Arcanine? So I'm going to break that sub there, because I'm Adamant Nature, EV trained in attack and speed. And I'm going to break that sub. And I think I got Muscle Band. Yeah, it's Muscle Band on this Arcanine. So I'm going to use Extreme Speed because I'm like, I just got to outspeed him and hope to God this does a lot of damage. And it does a lot of damage. Surprisingly, I'm like, yes! And I was like, ha! He tried to go for the sub. He probably was thinking I was going to go for, like, Thunderfang again. So I'm just glad it wasn't Salic Buried or whatever, because that would have spelled trouble. He's going to go for the Sucker Punch, and I'm just barely going to live that. But Toxic Damage, I'm going to kill him with Extreme Speed, and Toxic Damage is just going to finish me off. So it's tied now, 5-5. I was like, alright, cool beans, we're tied. I'm going to go right back out in my Porygon Z and see what he goes back out into. And ironically, we both go back into the Pokemon we start off with, Porygon Z and Alakazam. However, I'm not going to Signal Beam this time, but I'm annoyed because I'm going to have a boosted attack for no reason. I'm going to go with Tri-Attack, and ironically, Tri-Attack has a 10% chance of inducing a status condition, one of those 3 status conditions, Freeze, Burn, or Paralysis. I'm going to get the Burn Hacks on him, and I'm just like, what the heck? Out of all the times I've ever used Tri-Attack in the Pokemon video games, I've never gotten into the hacks, you know, Burn, Paralysis, or Freeze. So I'm going to go with Tri-Attack again, hoping for a crit, because I know that's specially defensive and there's no way Tri-Attack's going to kill it. It almost kills it. So he's going to Roost. And so I was like, great, this Articuno's going to be a pain in my ass, because it's going to take forever to kill it because it's got Roost. And it's probably Roost boosted with PP Max or something like that. So it's going to have extra power points, and I'm going to be struggling to get rid of it. I forgot to PP Max Tri-Attack on this thing. Figures. I only made it for a tournament anyways. I was like, oh, I need a UU for a tournament. Oh, I know, Porygon Z. So he's going to Roost again after I do. I'm going to do another Tri-Attack here, I think. Nope. So burn damage, and I'm going to switch out because I got T-Bolt on this, and I'm going to switch out into my Registeel named Eyewall All. So he's going to Roost, but he's going to get burn damage again. He's going to switch into ICU, and I was going to go for Charge Beam, because this is my own Registeel set. It's all special attacks, not like Smogon's. So I'm going to go right back into CPU. And he's going to set up Stealth Rocks, and I'm like, I hate Stealth Rocks. And I'm going to do Tri-Attack here. Now, like I said earlier, 10% chance of all 3 of those status conditions, one of those happening. I'm going to, I think I get a critical hit on him. No, I don't get a crit. I get the Para Hacks on him, and he's paralyzed. Because I was like, thank God, that thing was probably going to explosion and just maul my Porygon Z. Because Porygon Z's got paper-thin defense, period. And I'm just going to get rid of that thing with Tri-Attack. So I'm like, thank God. Because that thing would have been annoying. Now, I think he goes back into his Alakazam here. Which he does. And I know this thing's carrying Focus Blast. And it hits. And I'm like, well, Porygon Z's dead. I don't care if you went out and got a Porygon Z with a special defense up nature and EV trained it all in special defense. Put the max 252 in. It's still going to die from a max special attack Focus Blasting Alakazam. As shown. So, anyways, that's your little lesson of the day. So I go into my Gardevoir. I haven't used this Gardevoir in a really long time. And it's Wise Glasses on this. So, yes, it's carrying... Like, I was going to go for Shadow Ball. I should have predicted and went into T-Bolt. Because Shadow Ball's going to do nothing on him, and I don't even get the special defense drop. But he's got the burn damage happening, so I'm like, yes. And I T-Bolt. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't kill him, and he gets that Toxic off on me. Yeah, he gets that Toxic off on me. Unfortunately, moves like that never miss me in any battle. Like Blizzard. Never misses on me. Despite the fact of it being a lower accuracy move. But anyways. Damn it. There went my mic. So burn damage, toxic damage. He's gonna switch into Leech. His, I'm like, great. That Cal thing is gonna take Thunderbolt like a beast. Because I've only got 319 special attack, but 281 speed. This is a Timid Nature Gardevoir I haven't used in a long time. I think I get a crit. Yeah, I get a crit here. And he's going to Death Fodder that Leech next turn. Which I was like, okay. So, at this point, I'm not going to survive anything from that Alakazam. I know he's going to Shadow Ball me, but instead he Signal Beams. I'm like, okay, that's different. Shadow Ball's a little more powerful, but I guess Signal Beam was enough to kill it, and probably would have killed it even if I was at full health. Because even though Gardevoir's got a good special defense, it's not going to help. So I send out my Registeel, hoping that Focus Blast he has misses. But he's going to switch into that, which is, I think, going to just go to town on my team. I'm going to get that Charge Beam off, and I'm going to get my special attack boost. I'm like, yes. But, since I know he's going to completely outspeed me. Period. I got leftovers, he's got Black Sludge. I want to switch into Moon Pies, Smile Face, which I've decided to, like, stop using this thing because I haven't got it to work much recently. He's going to get that Sleep Powder off, and I'm just like, crap. Because all I got is, like, Leafeon, and I'm fearing this thing's got, like, some powerful poison-type move that's going to, like, rape my Leafeon. Because Leafeon, even with uber defense, has horrible special defense and can get raped by anything with a really strong special attack. And then I find out he's a physical attacker because he's got Swords Dance. So I'm like, okay. Great. And he's going to Power Whip. And this is going to hurt. Like, I think Moon Pies ends up being a 2-hit KO. No, it's a 3, but it doesn't matter. I don't think Moon Pies wakes up at all, so I don't think I get any damage off on that Venusaur. Which is going to annoy me, because I'm like, oh, great. I probably could have switched into Leafeon, but if this is an offensive Venusaur like that, it's probably trained in defense as well. Which is where Leafeons excel in attack and defense. And he's going to Power Whip again. And I think he gets a crit here. Or he's going to just get the KO. Yeah, he gets the KO here. So I end up being a 2-hit KO from Power Whip. I'm going to send in my Leafeon. Which isn't going to take much due to Stealth Rocks. Doesn't damage it as much due to types and all that jazz. I'm going to X-Scissor here because that's really the only thing I have that can hurt him severely. And he puts me to sleep. And I'm like, well, that's pretty much like game, set, match. Because he's probably going to just rape my Registeel afterwards. Because I don't have Explosion on Registeel. Like I said.